I'm getting asked a lot about Pokemon that counter Absol. Absol is kind of crazy right now, so I'm just gonna run down how a bunch of Pokemon on the roster can counter this crazy Pokemon right now. Hi, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. I hope this helps you in your games. Let's start with Blastoise. Blastoise has the highest defense stat in the game, so it can take a lot of damage and punishment from Absol. Also, when you use Rapid Spin, you can kind of get near an Absol after it's used its moves, so you can usually chase this Pokemon down. Of course, if it jumps in on your team, you can also Unite and knock it up in the air, giving your team enough time to deal with it. Pikachu is a really interesting one because Pikachu gets its Unite move a lot more often than Absol, and you have a move called Volt Tackle. If you can use your Unite move and then Volt Tackle an Absol, they're essentially gone. You can hit them then with an Electro Ball, or one of your allies can grab them. Volt Tackle holds an enemy in the air for a really long time. It doesn't seem as long as it is, but man, it's important. If you can catch someone with Volt Tackle, they can go down. That includes Absol. This is maybe one of the weirdest ones, but I've actually noticed Azumarill works really well against Absol, specifically once you have its Unite move. A lot like Pikachu, you're uniting all the time with this Pokemon. Just use it on Absol repeatedly, punish this enemy Pokemon, unite them and only them. Then when you get next to them, throw that Whirlpool on. It's really tough for them to do anything to you in this moment. You are looking for Absols and taking them down. I've found it's actually really easy to outplay Absols with Charizard, specifically with Flamethrower and Fire Blast, because you're able to stay at a distance on this Pokemon, wait until they use a move or miss, and then move in and out of the fight. If they hit you with Psycho Cut, you can hit them with Flamethrower and then start to back up, use X speed and get away. And then of course, once they miss something, you can use your Flamethrower and pursue them. Also, your Unite move lifts someone up in the air and throws them to the ground and burns them. It's perfect for Absol. Use Charizard. I've had great success with Charizard against Absol. Can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm in love with a Scald Bro. I'm in love with Professor Scald Bro. Scald lowers attack by a lot. Slowbro is incredibly tanky. You can use Telekinesis, but I think the best option for this is Scald and Amnesia with a potion. You're able to lower Absol's attack every time you hit it, and you kind of nullify its effect not only on you, but on your entire enemy team. It also has one of those Unite moves where you grab someone and basically your team sits there to KO it. Slowbro is a great Absol counter. Blissey, specifically Blissey using Safeguard. Soft-boiled is amazing, don't get me wrong, but your team is sometimes going down faster than you can heal them. However, with a big chunky shield, a lot of your Pokemon and yourself are able to survive a burst from Absol. I found this to be very, very effective. The other move I would probably use is Egg Bomb. Even though it doesn't combo with Safeguard, you get great knockups, and if Absol can't move for a second and gets popped up, it's now vulnerable and your team can capitalize on that. This one feels like cheating, but honestly, another Absol. Just be a better Absol player. If your team doesn't have an Absol, it might be time to throw one on. Absol can be played in the center area, top, bottom path. It's really good right now. It's not game breaking, but I feel like you see them in every single game. If you want to beat Absol, you might want to try joining them. I've actually seen Talon have some fun outplay potential, specifically with Fly. Brave Bird, not so much, but basically with Fly, even if you get caught by its Psycho Cut or you see it's throwing its Unite move, you can just wait until you're ready to throw Fly, and now you're invulnerable the entire time. Absol kind of can't do that much once its moves are exhausted, so being invulnerable but still right next to it is pretty powerful. Trevenant feels like a very strong counter to Absol. A lot of HP, a ton of defense, it has a slowing aura around it, and even if Absol jumps in, you can use your Horn Leech to push it towards your enemy team or push it away from your team so that it's only fighting you. It's not my favorite counter. I actually thought I would like it more, but Trevenant works pretty well against Absol. Serena, kick it up into the air. Use your Unite, kick it into the air, and then kick it down on the ground. It goes in the air and then down onto the ground. Even for Absol, Greedent can be very difficult to KO. When you combo that with the fact that its Covet lets you knock enemies up around you, this can be a fun counter to Absol. Not as strong as some of the others from before, but I think it's pretty solid. Cramorant, but specifically Dive Cramorant. You have to be extremely mobile when dealing with this Pokemon, but if you are, kind of similar to Charizard, you're able to kite this Pokemon, moving in and out, dealing damage to it, but able to get away whenever you think it's about to come in for a big burst of damage. I've also been really liking Delphox, and it doesn't feel necessarily like a direct Absol counter all the time, but it's just a Pokemon that makes it so difficult for Pokemon to get in and fight with Fire Spin being around. This is probably just more me loving Fire Spin than anything, but Absol has a hard time dealing with Fire Spin. Just like every Pokemon, it chases you down. It's super frustrating, and its Unite move sets up a situation where it's hard for Absol to stay around and fight. That being said, Absol doesn't always want to stay around and fight. I probably just like Fire Spin. I think there's more than that. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, but I just keep getting asked about Absol counters, so I hope this video helped you out a little bit. Thank you, I love you, and I'll see you all next time. Mwah!